Hello folks, Junkie Rock 13 here. Everything vaping related, it's Junkie Rock 13. My real name is Ross Sanders. I'm here bringing you a quick little look. I shouldn't say quick because this is a pretty in-depth device. And I want to take it all apart, show you how I put it back together, and then you can work with it to see how it comes back apart and how it gets put back together the right way. This is the Sidewinder. It is a Zenesis from the House of Hybrids. Mike over there. This is a very nice device. It is a device that uses an 18350 AW battery. Kind of unique. It has the two tubes. It looks like they were just welded together, but they're not. It's one piece of solid aluminum, and very well made, very nice, and it works great. This is becoming my favorite Zenesis hybrid device. Let's take a look at it and see what I think about it. Okay, here is the tank portion fully disassembled. I'm going to show you real quick. Here's the tank tube. It's got like an anodized feel to it. Threading there, nice fine threads. Nice solid piece of metal. And then we have your stainless steel center post with your O-rings on there. This would be the bottom section. And your top with your wick hole and your fill hole. This is your negative post. Okay, this is your positive post, a long stainless steel Allen wrench. Here's a little nut for the positive post, a little positive spacer, stainless steel, a Delrin insulator, and this is the bottom of the tank, which allows it to twist. And I'm going to get into that right now. So the way to put this together is you want to take the tank section with the threading and just slide it onto those O-rings with the threading up there. Okay, now it's basically flat down there now. How this is going to work is with this piece on the bottom, okay, and your Delrin insulator for your positive post, that also going up through there. This will be able to spin now. So it's like a two-part tank. So this would be actually the bottom portion of the tank, but it's split off. So now it's able to spin. Because you are going to have a screw top cap, you are still able to get an adjustable throat hip. Okay, so now we have this together. You're going to take your positive post, put it right up through the center, and this Delrin insulator in here has threads, so we're going to tighten that up. Just grab the Allen wrench, and the Allen key for this does come with your Sidewinder. Now what I'm going to do here is I am not going to tighten this all the way down. Okay, I just want this to spin just ever so slightly because I want to adjust my wick hole lined up where I want it to line up. I actually have a little droplet of water in there. I rinsed it out right before I did this. Alright, now I'll take the spacer and put it on the positive post right there, and then your positive screw will go right into the top cap. Alright, there is your tank fully assembled. Took less than a couple of minutes. Let's put this off to the side and bring in the main body. Alright, so here's the main body of the Sidewinder. This is black. Now what I have been hearing is that there is going to be more colors coming out for the Sidewinder, which would be awesome. This is the first model, the black matte finish. It is anodized aluminum. Has a real nice feel to it, kind of like that smooth satin finish. And you notice that the name Sidewinder is engraved in the bottom of the device. Very nice on both sides. Come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. And on the bottom, you notice with this metal piece right here. Now, this was a model that was bought at VaporCon, and this piece right here was an issue that had to be sent out, an update kit. There was one that was anodized, and it wasn't allowing the positive current to properly flow from the one side where the battery was, which was over here, over to the tank and up through the atomizer. It wasn't given enough current, so there was a lack of power, to say the least. But now with this new piece, there is no issue with it. I'm getting full power as what the battery is in the device. So inside here, you'll notice this is just a basic tube with threads. Now you'll see that there is some ground out sanding in there. Now I did that myself with a Dremel bit, and I also did it over here. Now you might have to take a piece of sandpaper or a Dremel bit like this. If they don't come, the new models don't come with it sanded out in there if you're going to use a kick in this. Now I see no need to use a kick in a Zenesis device because I can adjust the ohms with a rebuildable atomizer, and I don't need to adjust the wattage from the kick, and the kick only goes up to 10 watts. So, but if you are going to use the kick, you are going to have to either take a piece of sandpaper or one of these bits with a drill or a Dremel and grind the anodization off the wall in there, so the kick can actually have its negative spring touch the negative on the wall here. Okay, so let me just put that down, push that down in there. Okay, all right, there we go. And you're going to want it to touch the place where there is no paint. Now when that is in there, into that position, you're going to take this nice little screw head, bolt head, with a same size Allen wrench. There's no head on this. I'm going to put that in the bottom. Push it up. And while the tank is on here, I'm not going to put it all the way together because I'm not going to use it with the kick, but you're going to screw this all the way up so the kick comes in contact with the tank, so it's making a perfect current. Now my kick is not performing right now, so we're not going to be able to use it with the kick. This kick is actually broken. It is getting hopefully replaced sometime in the future, but it's easy to come out. If you are having issues with the kick getting in and out of there, you can take a little Dremel bit like this and just loosen it up in there. You don't have to wear the threads out or anything, but just take off some of the anodization in there, because some of the kicks are a little bit bigger diameter than other ones. So I'm going to put that off to the side. Take the Delrin spacer, drop it back in there, and put the post back in there. Okay, we're going to tighten that right down with the Allen wrench. I hear Family Guy in the background. What's going on in the other room? Okay, now that the spacer is in there, this nice heavy-duty spring is going to act as your current, your positive current. So that's going to be dropped right into the center there. Now, what did come with these at VaporCon was a sort of cobbed together piece of a design piece like this, but it was nowhere near the quality of this piece. And Mike from the House of Hybrids sent out the update kit, and this piece is working flawlessly. I'm very happy with it. The piece that come with it from VaporCon wasn't really that good, so this really helps out. It really does give the proper power current all the way through the device. Now what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to show you how to properly line up your wick hole with your device when you take it apart. Because we left this loose down here, I'm going to actually take this tank and tighten it up. Just bring it all the way down. Now that's still moving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually tighten up this bottom little ring right here. Just tighten it up all the way. Then what I'm going to do is just take a little Sharpie, just put a little tiny mark right there. Okay, because when I take it back off, this is going to spin and it's not going to be lined up with the hole right there. So I'm going to just take this back off without rubbing off that mark. Okay. Now I want my wick, because my switch is over here, I want my wick hole lined up directly here. So with the mark lined up right here, I'm going to have the wick at 12 o'clock. Let me move this off to the side. I'm going to have the wick directly at 12 o'clock, and I'm going to have this mark directly at 6. So I hope you can see where I'm going with this. Okay? See it? 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Lined up pretty good. Now I'll take the Allen wrench, hold this together, and just tighten them down. Perfect. All the way tight. Okay? Make sure they didn't move. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, now I'll just tighten up this spacer. Okay, now I'll put it on the device and see if it's perfectly lined up where I would like it. Okay, so it's right there. And you'll see that's where I want to line it up. Now this device takes an 18350. Here is an AW 18350 700 milliamp AWIMR battery. So I'm going to take the positive and put it down towards the bottom. And I'm going to push this off to the side and pull in my pieces of the switch. Now I have it all taken apart just so I can show you how to clean it and put it back together. Now here is the bottom of the switch. It has the Zen engraved logo on it. Here is the top of the switch. Very nice machined, as most of the other Zens are. Very nicely machined. Quality threads. Delrin insulator in there. Now these are coming with heavy duty springs. The other Zenesis prior to this used to come with magnets. Now they're coming with springs, and I really do like the springs better than the magnets. Alright, so just like the old Zenesis switches, this piece is just going to go over the spring, put on that little center post right there, push it down, hold it right there, and take a little washer, spacer, put it in there. You can add spacers if you want to adjust the throw. And this is coming with a brass positive screw. The other Zenesis used to come with stainless steel. I like the brass. It conducts electricity better. Grab my Phillips head, tighten it up, just give it a nice tight twist, and there you go. Switch is fully functional now. I do have a couple scratches on this switch, but alright, bring this device back in, and I can put the switch. Okay. Kind of hard to do when I'm not looking at it straight on. Alright, there we go. Very nice smooth threads. Now what's unique about this Zenesis is, like the other Zenesis devices, there has been no locking switch. So it's not very pocket friendly. You would have to unloosen the switch. But this one has this little ring with two little, like, I don't know, extra metal and then spaces right there. But that's going to just slide on and go all the way down on the tank. And to lock the switch, you're going to take it and slide that little thicker piece right in between the switch, right in there, and now the switch will not activate, which is very nice, but it will be able to activate without it in there. Okay, and then we'll just take the top cap and throw the top cap on there. Now the top cap does screw on. This is the first Zenesis that has a screw cap, and like the rest of the body, it is anodized aluminum, typical 510 connection up there, and the air hole is the same as the rest of the Zenesis devices. So if you are not a fan of the Zenesis air hole, I am not sure if you will like this, because this is the same exact air hole as the rest of the Zenesis. So I'm going to take this and I am going to wick this real quick. Wrap a coil. I already have an oxidized wick that I've been using, but I'm going to use a method that I have been finding out I've been having some very good luck with this method, and I'm going to show you real quick. Hopefully I'll be able to lift up this camera a little bit. Oops, sorry about that. Alright, give me 1 second. Okay. So, what I have been doing is taking a drill bit that is smaller than the wick hole and putting it in there. Okay, now because when I put it in all the way there, it's still going to have some of the threading or the cutting portion of the drill bit there. I'm going to use this side and I'm just going to hold it up. Okay, I'm just going to grab my wire here. This is some 32 gauge Canthal. I just got a little piece right here. Okay, well, let me take off the switch so I don't accidentally fire it while I'm putting this together. Make sure that this negative is up. Okay. I'm just going to tighten this down all the way. Okay. Now, the way I've been doing this is I'm just going to hold it right in there. Okay. And now I'm just going to wrap it around this drill bit like it was my wick. But I am not going to do it lightly and leave I'm going to actually pull it really tight around that, because I'm going to do 3 wraps. I did 3 full wraps, and now I'm going to work its way back around the positive and just give it a little tighten. I will do another full video on this method. It's noted as the Peter K method, I believe. Okay, now I'm just going to space this out and make sure it's spaced out real nice. Pull out the drill bit, and I'm going to take out this excess and the negative excess, and you'll notice that I have a perfectly wrapped coil. Now the secret to this is having your wick same or similar size as the drill bit, but you don't want it to be too loose in there or too tight. Okay, let me make sure that this is going in there good. Okay, let's see if it goes down nice. Okay. Let's give it a little fire and see how it looks. Now there's no juice in the tank. Oops, I have that ring on. Bring it all the way down. Let's see what she looks like. Okay, it seems like it's glowing pretty nice. No hot spots. I think we're good to go. See, this method is very nice to use. Now, I'm just going to take a syringe and some juice and fill it up. So I'm just going to take my injector right here, put it in the fill hole, and just put some juice in there. I like to fill it all the way up. Okay, there we go. Whoops, hit the camera. Take a drop of that out of there. I am putting in 50/50 18 milligram Zom bee juice from Bee Liquid. Then I'll just take my, my top cap and put it on there. And wipe this off. Okay. Okay. Now, if you don't have your air hole lined up properly, what you can do is actually turn the whole tank. Now, when you're turning the whole tank, you are turning the top portion, not the bottom ring. So when I did that, hopefully this wick is going to be still lined up right if I had it tightened properly. See? So the wick will stay right where it should be, but the top cap and the outside of the tank is actually spinning. The bottom piece and the center post of the tank is not moving. which is a very nice, unique design. I really do like it. Throw a drip tip in there. Okay, and let's talk about it, see how she vapes, see what I think about the Sidewinder. Okay, folks, so there you have it. There is the Zenesis Sidewinder. I mean, this piece does, or this device does have a lot of pieces. It's not really that complicated. You see me put together the tank relatively quick. The switch, you should never have to take it apart unless you want to clean inside and make sure it's firing correctly. I have not used it with a kick because using with a kick, it limits me to 5 to 10 watts. Now that's usually where I vape, in between 5 and 10 watts. But because I wrap my own coil, and some juices I want to wrap a lower ohm, maybe down to 1.4, and with a fresh 4.2 volt battery, it will go out of the 10 watt range. So I don't use a kick. If I want a better hit, more stronger hit, I usually go down to a lower ohm wrap. But that's the luxury of having a Zenesis device, or rebuildable. You can determine the ohm. I still got that little marker on it. You can determine the ohms yourself and the type of vape you want. Me personally, I really do like this device. Now I know when they came out at VaporCon, there were some issues with it. I myself were dealing with those issues also. The current from the battery, located over here, was not getting all the way over to the rebuildable section. You were putting in a full 4 volt battery, freshly charged 4.2 volt battery, and you were getting hardly any vapor. Because of the anodized piece down here and that little replaceable Delrin spacer, it just wasn't performing the way it should be. So with the updated kit, and now all the models that are coming out now are being sold with this kit and this piece down here, it's working perfect. Let me take a vape and show you what I got. It's working great. I think I overflowed it with juice, or overfilled it. You can see vapor production is great, throat hit is great, but that's going to be determined on your juice that you're using and the ohm of the wrap that you make. So, you know, I don't know what more I can say about this. I really do like the Sidewinder. It has been my go-to Zenesis hybrid since VaporCon. Actually, not since VaporCon, since I received the updated kit. I still have my Orion. I use my Orion DI hybrid. I hardly use the other Zenesis devices I use, and all my Zenesis atomizers I do use. I got all the new Chinese version ones. There are some pretty decent ones coming out, but this has been my go-to device. I really do like it. It's quality, fits in my pocket nice, and with the locking switch, that right there has been awesome. With that, not being able to fire it in my pocket has been stellar. I really do like it. Now these are being sold at Electronic Sticks. I know there was a big sale just the other day for the Sidewinder, the Cobalt, and there were some stainless devices. So I know some people are getting their Sidewinder in the mail soon, but it's a great device. If you do have a chance to get one, pick one up. Now they are $279 at Electronic Sticks. They're not a cheap device. That being said, is it worth it? In my opinion, yes. But do you need it? That's up to you. I like having a lot of different devices. So I like the Zenesis Sidewinder. I just can't wait until they come out in different colors. I will pick up a couple more then. Alrighty, folks, the Zenesis Sidewinder. Check them out, electronicsticks.com. I'll leave a link down below. Make sure you subscribe up above and comment out down below. Take care, everybody.